Progress.
Welcome to EIP Editing Office Hour meeting number 55. This is issue number 1403 on Ethereum/PM GitHub repository. This meeting is for EIPs only, and we are joined by editor Gajendra Singh, who would be now reviewing the proposals. Thank you for joining us, Gajendra. If you would like to share your screen, and we can perhaps start with some of the proposals which are added to the agenda.
Thank you, Pooja. Let me just set up.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see some of the proposals are already merged. You took time to review it before the meeting, so that's great and yeah, for new people, if you aren't aware, this is EIP only meeting. You are welcome to drop your pull request link to the agenda.
Yeah, GitHub isn't responding for me. Is it opening at your end?
Yes, I think I am able to, yes, look into the PRs. It's all right if you would like to take a moment and restart and join back.
Yeah, it's opening. So let me share the screen. going through the motions of screen sharing on Linux.
Sure, no problem.
Is it coming through?
It is, yes.
All right. Looking at the EIPs for stagnant proposals.
It seems like we have received this new PR for some small fixes for the proposals which are already in stagnant status. But yeah,
I don't know. It's all reviewers have approved. So
yeah, maybe it is now relevant because I know EOF team is working for proposals for Fusaka. So yeah,
no, I mean it says all reviewers have approved, so it's stuck somewhere else.
could we just try like closing and opening the PR? Sometimes that helps. Maybe we can leave it and come back to it after some time when bots finishes its check. And if you want, we can
Yeah,
proceed with the next one.
sounds good. I think I don't have permissions to force merge this because the CI is not passing.
Okay, in that case, I will move PR number 9430 for the next EIP editing office hour. Hopefully, Sam has the permission and will look into it.
This is my EIP. I have to work on this, so I'll just ignore that.
Yes, of course. And I will mark that for the next meeting as well.
So I did a comment for this over here. I'll wait for author's addressal of this comment. So there is some editing comments that have been left, and I'll wait for the author to address them and come back on it.
Awesome.
So this in my eyes an ERC, and I left the comment again. Basically explaining the author how basically he thinks that this should be served by EL or CL clients, because unless this is something that we need to serve through clients or implement in protocol. It's not an EIP. And there can easily be a smart contract that can serve this particular data to DApps. So anyone can just create this contract.
Do
So
you see a
probably,
do you see a probability of this getting into an interface level proposal?
I mean, it could be an ERC where there is a system ERC contract that serves this particular data on a particular network. But I'm not sure what kind of clients this author is targeting, because he wants DApps to serve this particular data, and I'm not sure how is the entire thing coming together. But unless basically it's a protocol related stuff or something that the L1 clients have to implement, it does not belong into an EIP.
Okay, in that case, I will mark this pull request number 9312 for the next EIP meeting, and will share with other editors. If there is a general consensus of closing this from EIP GitHub repository, we'll take the action.
Yeah, I think Sam's input in this would be very helpful.
Cool.
Okay, so I had left some comments on this EIP, which I haven't checked, and I will look at them, and then sort of see what to do next on this particular EIP.
Yeah, just to make sure they have already been addressed.
Yeah, I mean, the responses are here. I just need to
Okay,
see
sure.
whether they address the concerns I had. So basically, we decided that, okay, we will let this EIP, we'll consider this EIP and let it be a draft. So the proposal needs to be well formatted. So regarding that, whatever issues that I raised, I'll check whether they have been addressed or not.
Sure, for PR 917 the response, and yeah, make a decision on merging the proposal later.
Okay, so the CI is right now breaking, and this proposal is not yet correctly formatted. So maybe we'll take a look at it when the CI is passing, and there are a lot of comments that have been left by the reviewers already. So we'll wait for them to be addressed.
So for CI not passing, anything for author? Any action item for author?
I mean, it's quite evident why it's not passing, because it's sort of telling you why it's not passing. So I think author hasn't just taken a look at it, and
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
like we don't have discussions too. So if you look at the errors that have been flagged, they are quite easy to understand, and the other should be able to address them.
Very well. So for PR 9354, it's on author to look at the comments added by reviewers, and we'll get back on it.
Seems like Matt's work is right now work in progress. So and people are reviewing it, technically reviewing the PR. So maybe we'll come back when the CI is passing and maybe other comments are addressed.
Cool. For PR 950401, if this is not merged before the next EIP only editing office hour, then we will bring it back to the agenda. And
Yeah, I mean, basically, I think this is PR by Matt. So uh, once he basically resolves the CI, then we can look at it.
okay, that makes sense. Cool.
I'm assuming that he's just right now technically working on the PR and resolving comments. And once they are done, he will resolve the CI, and then we can look at it from editing perspective.
Sounds good.
All right, seems like this should have been merged. So I'll try closing and opening the PR so that we trigger the bot again.
Yeah.
Do we have this URL whitelisted?
I'm not 100% sure. Maybe want to leave that as a comment that if it is not whitelisted, perhaps they can add it with help of 5757. I mean, like go through the proposal and or maybe we have to
If
create a
would
call
have
for
not
input.
been, it would not have been whitelisted, then we would have CI failing.
Yeah,
So let
call
me
for
just check
input
the
for this.
CI. Maybe we should create a call for input for this, and if this particular URL has been deprecated.
Yeah. Although I'm trying to take a look at it, the RFC 8080 is still active. I mean, I can see it. I wonder, Skanda, if you have more comments on that. I mean, the link is working well for me as well.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what the comments, but I think
yeah, so
the person is trying to say
tools
that it,
is deprecated but automatically redirects to yeah, the correct URL. But if you want to keep the link's longevity, we should move it to the canonical representation, which is I think it's the one that I mentioned.
Right. I think some of the editors may have objection on this, but it would be a good idea to bring it to next EIP meeting for the reason that this proposal is like already finalized. That's number one. And number two, the external link that is added here is redirecting itself. So there's no problem in accessing the data.
I mean, we must have whitelisted it, otherwise the CI would have failed in this
Right.
particular PR.
Right. Okay, cool. So are you planning to create a call for input for this one?
I mean, if the link is correct, Scanda, we can just approve it. I don't see an issue.
Yeah, either of those are the canonical ones. It's but tools is deprecated.
Okay, since the CI is not passing, I think Sam would have to take a look at it.
PR 9146. Okay, I'll add it to the next office hour.
Yeah, even if the link is correct, I won't be able to approve it since the CI is not passing.
So is it like, I mean, it doesn't seem like one PR specific, but since CI is failing, may we want to check it with Sam on Discord if there is some
So
issue of.
basically, what really happens is that these are old EIPs, and as we have changed the rules, so these old EIPs, they don't pass our rules. And for the CI to pass, one will have to fix all these things where there is no change, but they no more pass in the CI. So what really happens is that I think Sam force merges them based upon what the diff is. So if, for example, this update is correct, then he will force merge it, but it won't happen through through this bot, through the GitHub bot, and that is basically what the issue is. So
Sounds good. So there's nothing wrong with the proposal. There is nothing that an author can fix. It's just that it requires a force merge.
yeah, because old EIP, some sections of it is no more passing CI because our CI rules have evolved since then, and it will becomes onerous for someone to make all the rules pass. So what we generally do is we basically force merge such PRs if they are, again, these kind of spell checks or update of links or nothing material is being changed in that particular PR.
Sounds good.
Yeah, this is also that kind of PR.
9314 should also be added for the force merge list.
Yeah, I'm not even sure whether this particular change is relevant because this is just a CI workflow. But if we are going to merge this particular type of fixes in this EIP, then I guess we can also merge that one as well because it doesn't hurt us anyway.
Yeah, typo or I know it's a category we are receiving a bunch of pull requests. I wish we have some ways to either directly merge them or just make a rule that okay, if it is not significant changes, let's let it live when they have moved to the final status. But that's my personal view. Yeah.
Yeah, and for this particular PR 9395, I think it requires one more review from one of the authors, and I have already provided my review.
Oh, that's because it's a meta EIP.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just left a comment over here that, I mean, this is referring to a particular meeting, so I'll recheck this particular URL and see if it's working. So this comment doesn't apply because I thought that we had general links for EL and CL meetings, but this is referring to a particular proposal which might have moved from this particular link to the new link, and I'll just recheck it and then approve it if this is a correct URL.
Yes, on the GitHub side, on Ethereum PM, we have made some changes and some of the old links may not be valid anymore. Yeah.
But even here as well, I mean, I won't be able to get it through.
Oh yeah, I get the idea here. Yes. Yes, no worries.
But I will delete my comment because it's no more relevant. I realized it later on.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was the last PR added to the agenda. We do have a bunch of other open PRs, which we can filter it from project board. But yeah, that can be looked async as well. In case you want to take a quick look, there are a few filters added as labels and we can filter it out based on what we want to review currently. There are a lot of tooling related, some dependencies related, and some of them are for editors. So I think I have covered all of them which were there listed for editors. There are a few other. Oh yeah, if you can go to the labels
All
and
right.
filter section, you can find some filters there.
Yeah, I'll check out the filters and see if there is anything relevant.
Sure. That sounds good. Very well. That brings us to the close of today's meeting. For people watching this now or later, You are welcome to add your pull request as an discussion item for the next meeting. We would love to review your proposals. Now, these agendas are being added to Ethereum/PM GitHub repositories. So please have a watch on the repo and add your PRs for review. Thank you, Gajinder Singh. Thank you, Skanda Mercy, and everyone else joining us here today. Have a great rest of the day.